Hello and welcome to our chapter number 6 of Candle Red. And this chapter is basically to build your character. The very word character starts with K, is a Greek word which is to engrave with a stick. Essentially, you're molding something. Think of like a stamp. While I don't think we use stamps so much in your age, digital age right now, but a stamp is an impression of yourself. A stamp could be a resume for that matter. Where you live, how old are you, experiences that you have learned, the leadership concepts, that is all of it that makes a character. And now that you know what involves a character, start building it up. You see, it's a two-step formula to build a character. Number one, take risk. Like athletes, you can't be a great athlete if you aren't willing to take a little less on your sugar intake or get up early to walk. Usain Bolt, one of the greatest, athletes we've seen, or Michael Phelps, the greatest swimmer that we think of, they used to run on sand, and Usain Bolt would be, pulling tires together. Michael Phelps, even after an accident, would jump into the pool. He said, I would jump into a hot pool and a cold pool just to acclimatize my body. Character is when you move out your comfort zone. We'll talk about that. And also accept failures. A lot of us do not think about winning all the time, but we don't think of losing. When every football match, the winner we celebrate, but what about the losers? What about when Argentina crashed out of the final and then Messi again won in the final against France? It's all the way you build ourselves, and this is where you need to talk about it. How do you do that? Just put yourself out there. You know, Go around, talk to people. If there's a barista, go say hello to the barista. No, idea is get a shot. Of course, we're not asking for a date. We are asking for responsibility. We are asking for being bold out there. Just go and grab a life for you. You are teenagers and we understand that you want to live. And this is what we're talking about. We also talk about gender equality in this. So, when you think of going and approaching something, always remember intentions must be very honest. You always have reasons not to do something. Even before you go to an activity, do that. An exercise of 10 reasons why you are not successful. Then throw the paper, burn the paper, bury the paper, chew it, whatever, but get and throw the excuses. Small students from small schools have made big into the corporate world. They've climbed the ladders of success. Why can't you do it? Character does not mean that you just recklessly. It's like driving a car. You may get the best of the car, but if you're not a good character, a good driver only knows how he can navigate a Thar or a Mercedes or a Ferrari. So take productive risk. And finally, the second part of it is get out of the comfort zone. Go out, walk, exercise, jump, listen to something you never listen, read something you're not read, read at least, this is what we're looking at. Go volunteer into a mission church at your temple, as your local missionary, at a local mangrove forestation. Go out and see what's happening in the world. It's just the uncomfortable things. Embrace it. So walk down a town you've never been, ride a bike you've never seen roads with. You go climb to an old hobby for that matter. For all that I know, go play with some dolls and Legos, but build up your level of comfort. So, one of the best exercise you can do, 6.1, is describe yourself. I'm giving you a few words. Out of the word, quickly pick up three words that describe you: positive, helpful, and confident. I told myself. Now tell yourself why those words. One beautiful quote is character is doing the right thing when nobody is looking. Right now, you're listening to this audio. What are you thinking? You're in a class. Ask your students, what are they thinking? I know the class is only half an hour to 45 minutes, but if you believe in the lessons, you will be successful. Make them write these. And the way you see it here, write three columns and make them write positive, negative, and neutral adjectives. All the adjectives we told them, which they think are all their adjectives, which they think are not negative, they are not hardworking, they are not honest, right? They are not a team player, so these are negative adjectives. And neutral, well, they don't know much about them. Then ask them to play a game. If you have to push one negative to a positive, what would you do? How would you put a neutral to a positive? So the spin is you play a game around it. And the last thing as a friendly advice for your class is make one poster at least per a group of three students or five students or even individually, something very interesting about themselves. Like, the poster first one says be humble. Don't brag or boast, or be positive, be something. It starts with the word be this person, and why can you be? Some of them are artists, some of them are designers, some of them are doodlers. Think about them. How would you doodle this? One more spin off exercise would be if you use the word fair. What else can you think of fair? Oh, we think of fairness cream. All right. So those things are not very fair. Take up gender equality and discuss about does the word fair and lovely and why was this a controversy and fair and lovely has changed it. It's no more fair and lovely, right? So you need to question things that you've been believing so far, and this is how you describe yourself. My second exercise, which will take a lot of your time, is the 7 personality types. Who are you? Most of the team will have a leader. They'll also have a planner. It could be the same person who's planning and leading, but there'll be a communicator, someone who conveys the message, a creative person. There has to be a team player, the researcher, and the expert. Imagine you are in a jungle rescue now, and your job is to, search for a four-seater airplane. And my suggestion is, as a class, if you have time, watch the movie in private and discuss the movie called Society of Snow. It's a brilliant movie. I really advise you to pick up this movie, Society of Snow. It's a rescue mission. All the words we plan in the beginning, the team leader, the planner, it's a part of it. Now you have to assign this role to your team. Maybe you can pick up a chit if nobody can think of a role. And now, as you get the role, let's say there may be 5 leaders. So in a class of 20 and 7, I divided 7 threes are 21. 3 people will get the same role. You can play shipwreck. Why one of the 3 will be a leader and others will vote. They have to make a very passionate speech. What makes them good leader? The other should be planner. So a planner has to come up and give a plan on the jungle rescue mission, and out of the 3, again one will be selected, or they will have nomination. Creative. The creative person will think of smarter ways to survive. The team has to survive. The communicator, he will write messages for them to SOS messages. Who can make the best SOS messages? SOS is save our soul, help message basically. The team player, okay, his job or her job is to get everybody together, know their roles. Why a team player is important. The researcher has to come and talk about the jungle terrain. Let them talk about, is it Amazon? Is it a Australian jungle? Is it a desert jungle? Something on those lines. And finally, the expert will come and say, will you succeed or fail? And let the class enjoy, listen to each other, talk about it. You can make a map as a team now, or you can give them 1, 2, 3, all ones in one team, all twos in one team, all threes in one team. Depending on, you can make 2 teams, 3 teams, and finally they make a map of it. They present the version of Jungle Rescue Mission, and everybody has a great time. Hopefully, everybody is saved. My last exercise is 6.3, which is my favorite of all. It's called Mentors Everywhere. I was on a panel discussion, and you can talk to these people. The best thing you can do is, a small group of people said, we don't have a lawyer, and lawyers are expensive. I said, why can't you make one lawyer your mentor? And people love to be mentors. Look at the Time magazine of the year. The past 10 years, you can Google it, get the names out there, and find out who are the Time's hero. For example, there was a computer machine of the year on Time, very old back. There could be someone like Barack Obama, who was the Time Person of the Year. Last time it was Elon Musk. In fact, Jeff Bezos from Amazon was on Time's cover, right? And then we have this amazing Taylor Swift on a Time's cover. What makes them so special? Write down your favorite. Nelson Mandela was my favorite when he was on Time's cover. So all these people will create a fantastic Time magazine person of the year. I wait for the Time magazine in December to know who the person of the year is. And another favorite of mine is, of course, this young girl, Greta Thunberg. She is an SDG activist, and no wonder we're talking gender equality. A young girl who's changing the way we think about the planet. Now, what are the mentor traits people have? Find the adjective that describe the person. Is tough and commanding. So you have to find 20, 30 mentors from Time magazine, people of the year, and look at them. Are born, not made. That would be Nelson Mandela. Empathetic has to be Greta Thunberg. Creative. Oh, think of creativity. Maybe Jeff Bezos, who knows, has a strong vision. Oh, perhaps that's an Elon Musk, or innovative is Elon Musk. Formal title, Barack Obama. All of these are kind of values that you put in, and now you must see mentors around you. There are many good mentors around you. All you do is find them out, and you will, if you put your mind and heart to it. This is all that we have got. Go ahead, enjoy your class.